In today's video, I'm going to be logging into my Xbox 360 account to play Grand Theft Auto 5 for the first time in over 4 years. So this is sort of a follow-up to the video I did last week where I logged on to my Xbox One GTA 5 account and we just saw what happened, all the alerts I got, the phone calls I was getting, the text messages. Well, now we're going to do the same thing, but on old generation. That's right, I've hooked back up my Xbox 360 to make this video, and we are going to play right now. So let's jump into this. I wonder if we're going to have to update the game at all. I would hope not. All right, it looks like we're good to go. We are loading into the game. One thing I've taken for granted with the new consoles is just how quiet they are. I'm hoping you guys don't hear this. My microphone shouldn't pick it up, but the Xbox 360 I have is loud. Like, it sounds like a jet engine taking off. So far, so good. Everything looks pretty normal. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have to, update the game in any way. I would certainly hope not. But, again, I have not played... Oh, here we go. So, random job online story mode. All right, so far, so good. So, the last time I would have played GTA 5 on Xbox 360 would probably have been, the Friday before it came out on Next Generation, because I actually got it early, as I've already told this story. So it would have been mid-November 2014, the last time I logged on to this account. So we're going to see where I left off, what I had. I know for a fact I've got cars and stuff like that, and we're loading right into the prologue. Cool. And of course, the first thing I'm met with is stuff I have to download. Fun. All right, let's download some stuff. So this is fun because I'm on a new hard drive. I'm having to download all the updates again. And I'm not sure if I need the updates or the compatibility packs, but you can see the final update for the Xbox 360 and the older generation was Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2. There's Part 1. You've got the Heist update. How could we forget that? Festive Surprise. Last Team Standing update, San Andreas Flight School, Compatibility Pack 2, I'm Not a Hipster update, the High Life update, Business update, Compatibility Pack 1, Capture update, which I just installed, and Beach Bum. All right, guys, I just got everything downloaded, which took way longer than I thought, and now we are finally joining Grand Theft Auto Online. I am really excited to see where I left off and what I was potentially doing on this character. All right, here we are. I have just loaded in, and I'm literally on the middle of the highway, and I am unlocking stuff at a crazy rate. Okay, I'm getting awards. I'm getting the fact that there's new social club vehicles. Well received, well received. What is going on right now? Okay, so that's the first thing I've noticed is my character looks very last generation right now. Also, the game looks very last generation as well. Tons of notifications popping up on the screen. Okay, before anything else happens, I want to debrief a little bit. So let's take a look at the mini-map. I want to see what's going on here. So we are in a invite-only session. Man, how retro does this map look? And I don't have all the things hidden, so you can see all the death matches. Okay, I got to hide that because right now it is making it impossible to look at the mini-map. So let me do that real quick. Alrighty, it turns out I don't know how to change that. Maybe this feature hasn't been implemented yet. I really don't know. But this is pretty crazy because this has nothing. It doesn't have CEO offices. There's no facilities. There's no bunkers. I mean, it is bare bones Grand Theft Auto Online. So I kind of want to drive back to the city because I have a couple of apartments here. In fact, let me actually pull up my phone. Oh my goodness. Look how retro this phone is. Look at this. It is night and day from what we have in Grand Theft Auto Online now. All right, Simeon has texted me. Let me pull up my contacts. Again, you're not going to notice a lot of the contacts that are here. I mean, look how there's almost none. In fact, I really like this because there's not really any extras in there. So let's call the mechanic and let's just see what's going on here. I kind of want to debrief a little bit. Okay, so I apparently only own 2 apartments. One is Eclipse Towers 3. Let's take a look at the vehicles I've got. Hot Rod Blazer, Speedo, Sanchez 2, Zentorno, Adder, Vaca, Hakachu, Bati, LG, and Massacre. Okay, and then you've got this one, which is Dune Buggy Mesa, Buccaneer, Blazer Lifeguard. What am I doing? with these vehicles. All right, so I'm getting a call from Trevor, which I haven't gotten in unauthorized aircraft. Is this like a feature that doesn't exist on current generation systems anymore? Or is Trevor just pointing that out to me? Because I was going to say, I feel like that's a feature that doesn't exist. Okay, I'm not sure. I also apologize for the time change. Oh God, what is Lester talking about? Hey, I'm not sure you're going to mind. Hell, you've been waiting long enough. Oh, that's the heist text message. Okay. So what I've been trying to explain is, sorry for the time jump. I ran out of batteries, and because my old Xbox 360 controllers are literally the only ones that have batteries, I had to go to a convenience store to get AA batteries. So that's why it's daytime now. And now Lester's calling me. Okay, so literally just like next gen, it's or just like current gen, I should say, it's just phone call city, like non-stop phone calls. So again, that's kind of interesting. Now, on the surface, I'm actually in a public lobby right now. I was in an invite-only session. On the surface, it looks pretty normal. I mean, if we were to dive into things, you could obviously tell the graphics are a little bit worse. And I'm sure you guys can tell right now, based off of my PlayStation 4 or PC gameplay. But, for the most part, it looks like normal Los Santos. I mean, obviously the mini-map is different. I do want to check out a couple of things. Obviously, you're not going to notice any new cars. So I think the Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2 vehicles were the last ones. So I can't remember what vehicles are added in that. Maybe like the T20 and stuff like that. In fact, let's actually do that right now. Oh my gosh, look how different the website looks. Like, this is so different. We don't even have Benny's. Benny's doesn't exist on this version. All right, so man, and that is the old looking Legendary Motorsports site. So look at this. Yeah, so the Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2 vehicles are the last ones. So you can see sort of like the T20 right there and all that. Man, this is retro looking. I want to keep looking at the websites. I think that's the same. I think Elitis is the same. I think we have Doc T. We don't have the yachts. That's the old Galaxy, or that's the old Doc T's website. This is the old Warstock site, even though I think it looks the same. Wow, look at that. You've got the Mesa up top. There's no Terabyte or anything like that. This is vintage, man. Let's take a look at Southern San Andreas. This is completely different. They've given this a completely different look. You can see the heist vehicles are on here. This is retro. So that gives you an idea of how far back we are. I want to see how much money I have. So let me see here. So I have no money in my bank. I have, just under $10 million on my character. What were my last transactions? Purchases. Those are probably like clothing items. I have no idea. And then vehicles and maintenance. Okay. This honestly feels like a ghost town. Maybe I'm just not doing this right, but it's literally me and two other guys. And we're just kind of chilling out in here. In fact, one of them is right over there. I don't think I'm going to bother him. This is crazy. So a couple of differences I've noticed so far. Definitely not as many notifications because there's certainly not as many things to do. You don't have all the businesses. You don't have all the new contacts. Although we've gotten some mighty long text messages from our boy Lester over here. So this guy is sending constant text messages. So I actually kind of want to see what those are about. Lester. There we go. Lester again. So we have gotten a lot. We still get the Simeon text messages, which is quite funny. Even on next gen or current gen, we still get those. So again, some of the things I'm noticing so far is just how hectic and chaotic the minimap is. And also, I'm starting to notice locations where things would be. Like, for example, if I go down this street right here and I turn left, this is where my nightclub would be. Actually, I think it's on the other road. I think it's on this one over here. So this is where my nightclub would be, which obviously it's not there. It's just an empty warehouse. Yeah, that's exactly where it would be. So again, this is pretty crazy. All right, so this right here is pretty interesting. Here's my stats. You can see time played as a character, about 21 and a half days. Look when I created this account, the very first day possible on October 1st, 2013. And I don't know if that's when I last played. Last ranked up, though, which could have been a couple of days, give or take. It looks like that was November 6th, 2014. Wow, that was a long time ago. So you can tell it has been a really good bit since I have played this game, at least obviously on the Xbox 360. I have no reason to log on to this account. It's kind of weird because I look at the minimap and it's like the only thing I could do is go start some heist or buy some vehicles or do one of the miscellaneous jobs, maybe like the flight school. But that's about it. Like, you really do take for granted all the things next gen has added in terms of businesses, stuff to do, etc. So it really does feel empty. And even in free roam, I mean, there's not a lot going on here in terms of like business battles or random events. You know, Rockstar have removed all of those. So at the end of the day, it is kind of like a barren wasteland here, which is kind of crazy. All right, so what I want to do next is actually check out one of my garages. I just kind of want to see, you know, what I was doing vehicle-wise in terms of customization. I think back in the day, I was putting like unnecessary amounts of customization, wacky colors. I don't even know what car I'm missing. I think it is the LG right there. But I mean, look at this adder. Oh, you know what I just tried to do? You know what I just tried to do? I just tried to go in first person mode. And obviously we don't have first person mode on this. So I completely forgot about that. So we've got this pink adder, purple Zentorno, this like blind your eyes bright Masacro. And then we just got like the random bunch over here, a Sanchez, a Bati, Hakachu. For whatever reason, we have this van. We've got a Hot Rod Blazer and a Vaca. Okay, I think I'm going to take the Zentorno out. I want to go to the other garage. I seriously don't know what I was thinking with these vehicles. I will say this is a cool color on the Zentorno though. I'm not going to lie. Another thing I've noticed, and my sample size isn't that big, but loading screens aren't all that bad. Maybe it's because there's not a ton of people playing. It just seems relatively normal compared to like what I've experienced on PS4 or PC. So let's go into garage number 2. Like even the little stuff like this, when I go up to the garage and you know, you sort of do the walking animation throughout. For whatever reason, I remember these loading times being a whole lot longer than they are. Like, see, that was pretty quick. So, Jesus, I don't know what's going on in this one. This must be like my random garage. I think, actually, I was definitely doing something with this garage. Because look at this rat loader. It literally doesn't have a back end. I think this is like my rare car garage. Not rare in terms of nice, but I think like rare in terms of they were hard to get. Like, for example, back in the day, the Principe Nemesis was really tough to find. Same with like this vehicle over here, the Albany Mañana. I'm not sure if that's the same case today, but I've also got like this Lifeguard Blazer. Like this, I just got some unique cars going on here. I think really the perspective that I'm getting the most here is kind of like if you were to go back in the past, you'd start to, you know, take for granted a lot of the things you have today, like a lot of the features and the things to do. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Like I'm driving around and yes, I'm trying to explain to you just my thoughts and opinions, but I find myself wondering like, what would I actually do if I wasn't recording this video? And I mean, obviously Rockstar's added a ton of new cars. You know, the new consoles have allowed them to do so much, but it is really crazy that they built all of this on PS3 and Xbox 360. I mean, it really is crazy to think. So that right there is my experience logging into my Grand Theft Auto 5 account on Xbox 360 for the first time in, what is it, almost 5 years? Well over 4 years, but almost 5 years. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. If you want me to continue this series, I'm really not too sure what I could do with GTA 5. Maybe I've got some other stuff planned, but if you want me to try and continue stuff like this, be sure to drop it a like rating. Hey, we completed a stunt jump. There we go. And like I said, subscribe if you guys are new to the YouTube channel and you want to see more daily GTA 5 content like this. But that's all I've got for you guys in this video today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.